constantly shows up. We go out and make some plays on special teams. We win football, right? You block a punt, tip it, muff it. You make field goals to end the game. You go out there and tackle the returner. You stop people from getting fakes on you. You win the game. And we've done that over the years. We've done it over this year where we've gone out there and made plays that have been significant impacts on our game. We got to find ways to do that in special teams. And I think where we all want to go in this room, what everybody wants to do, people that are relevant right now are talking about is how do you get over the edge to find a way to get in those positions to find yourself in championship. Long answer for a lot of work success.
So how do you fix the penalties and the self-inflicted issues on offense?
First, you got to identify it, which is the things you got to do when they get back, right? When you're talking about getting into the red zone and really being conscious of it, right? If you increase the unconsciousness of it, the guys will go out there and absolutely be able to recognize those moments when they come up and not get the unnecessary holding calls, right? Some of it's technique stuff, getting out too early, getting too fast, timing, things of that nature, eliminate some of the excitement. The discipline that's required in order not to get penalties is another part that's really important to it. The thing that we haven't had is the lack of control, which I'm really excited about. The last time I think we had one of those penalties was, well, I guess we had one last game on special teams when you pull the guy off the pile, but it's not the same as when you hit somebody in the face when there's a lack of control and you get that type of penalty. So we really haven't had those. But if we can find a ways to control those first two, the discipline and the concentration effort that it requires to score touchdowns and go out there and not hurt yourself, we can be a really good offense. And we have been, and we can be so much better. And we got so much left out there that we can't wait to go and attack the second half or whatever you want to call this part of the season. The end.
Did you consider the bye kind of good timing in a way? I know some coaches want to just get right back and let's just get right back into the games and practice.
Hard to say because they come, they always come at different times of the year. I think that's something that the NFL does a great job of always finding ways to, stop the bye. Perfect time it would have been 2 weeks ago, right? And then get all those things. But like, there's never a perfect time. Everybody's going through something. There's always ways to management. That's where the genius of keeping you guys as healthy as possible, and the healthiest team usually is the better team. So, the bye is the bye. I didn't really think about it like that because it just pops up different spots every single year, right? I can't request that bye.
You mentioned the offense, and you guys have shown flashes of being a pretty darn good offense. But then
No doubt.
Weeks, the touchdown passes for Kirk. How do you kind of rewrite the ship, so to speak?
Yeah, for me, that just kind of explained about it. The self-inflicted wounds for the offense is what killed us, right? You look at yardage, it's like there's no way you look at the yardage that we were able to gain on the Saints and whoever we play in any loss and say that these guys clearly lost that game. That's not the case. I know stats are for losers, but in that case, that's not what it is, right? At the end of the day, sorry about that, Terry. At the end of the day, it's all about how do you close out those drives to get the points to allow your defense to play with those leads, and then there's some decision-making stuff in that too. You don't always put it on the players, right? Heem, take the ball last game. Maybe you score first and the whole result is different, right? Who knows? But it's just all of those things that go into play of really pointing the finger at myself first, some of the decisions that I can help on, some of the things I can help those guys with, and then allowing those guys to be able to fix some of their problems and then collaborating together and going out there and doing it, right? It's no more fun than bouncing around offices today or just throughout the week of calling people randomly on the phone to be able to talk about football and discuss some of the things we want to do in the manner that we're doing it, right? I've been in the situations where you're talking about whole other conversations, and that's no fun. This, guys, is fun, right? Hey, how do we improve ourselves to get ourselves in better position to finish this thing off what we started, to keep ourselves going right where we're going and keep looking forward and not backwards? Definitely got to do stuff with the family, man. You got to get away. You got to be to see the family. You got to be around the family. Got a chance to take a quick trip, and then I came back from the quick trip, and then I had basically the Olympics at my house with my children. When you play basketball, football, pickleball, whatever ball you got, you play, and you find ways to dominate your kids. I needed a win.
Is it hard to? I'm sure that the last two games are on your mind, right? Is it hard to kind of take that away and be, a human being, or you feel kind of like that, the football coach, for part of that week?
No, I can't say it's not hard. It's not as hard for me,
Okay.
because I'm really confident in what we put into it, and I'm really confident in what the guys here and the guys that work for us and everybody in this building puts into what we want to get done. And I'm really confident in our ownership. I'm confident in our personnel.
So yeah, I would like to hear,
Coaches,
hey,
I'm
we had
confident
these
in the players.
conversations.
So it's really hard for me to,
Um,
woe is
we
me
decided
on a
we
bye
needed to
week
change some
when
things.
it went in
Saw
this
some
fashion just
things
because of the
that
loss
were
of over
troubling,
exaggerating that. It's hard. It's harder on us when you walk
and we
around, but
and
then
we
it gets
decided
really
we needed
easy
to
when you
make
see
some
fans and they
changes.
show the appreciation that they've shown just when you get a chance to pass them in passing and to talk about the energy and the effort and how fun it is to go to the Falcons games again right now. And like, how do you keep that going? And that invigorates you to find different ways and different passion to go out there and want to watch more, right? So you find times where you should be sleeping on a bye week at times doing work and just kind of looking at it, putting stuff and stuff popping in your head just when you sleep, when you do everything. Like even playing with the kids, you get things, different ideas, right? And it's just, it is what it is. But like we forget sometimes that this is a game and we love it and it's really enjoyable when it's going your way. And we also forget sometimes not to pout when it's not.
Mhm.
And that's a big lesson I got from my son Jalen this week. When he won in pickleball, he was happy. When he did not, he was pouting. And I'm not gonna let him do that.
What did you say to him?
No, just deal with what happens in the results of the game, son. You know, just because you lost to a grown man and you're only 6, tough luck.
You guys have run a really low rate of play action this year. Is that
That's part of our self scout. I hate to cut you off, Josh, but I just got finished talking about this and like something we want to increase, something we want to do better, and something we make part of our game more important, more a part of our game. Not to steal our plans and things of that nature, but it's definitely something that's valid that we haven't run at much of our play action. It's really something that Kirk does really well. It just so happened we have some success in so many different areas on offense.
So he said we haven't been running the play action. Why would you not run the play that's been really successful for you and that your quarterback is really good at? Why would you not run those plays? Just don't even make sense. All this advertising.
Just across the board, something we definitely have to Arsenal. 2 points.
Getting healthier, important part of the bye week. Where are you guys at in that?
Don't know exactly. You want to see the guys come in, right? Obviously, they'll be in here a little bit later, but definitely healthier than we were the week before, the weeks prior. You get guys to get some of the bumps and bruises, rest and relaxation. That is definitely a plus. And then you'll definitely be able to get some of the guys back who've missed a significant amount of time for us and who was missing in our last game. So I'm really fired about where we're at and where we're going. You really don't, as a coach, you really don't like talking about injuries because it really doesn't matter because nobody cares except for you, Tori. And it's like, I got to get ready to play the game no matter what the results are and who they say is ready to go. So, like, I think the guys think that way too, but it's definitely nice to get guys rest and relaxation and be able to reload and reset.
secondary communication? Has it been what you wanted? Does it need to be better between those guys in the back end?
Hard to say when you were giving up the least amount of explosives. Now, we had a couple games there. We kind of got lax in some of those things, but when you got Jesse and Justin, some of the things that they've really done, it's hard to say where it's been that way consistently. When you have so many injuries of King and Grant going to a position he doesn't play, obviously you're going to have communication issues with some of the people that go in, but I don't want to get into the excuse making. So the last game, yes, and I think that's very correctable and very easy when you talk about guys getting full week of practices, going out there and do what they do. It's not an issue of same page. It's an issue of just repetition. And when sometimes you get caught in a situation where you got to put people in a little out of place that they weren't expecting.
Anything else?
Yeah, defensively on the self-scout, we talked to Kane right before leaving. He was like, hey, execution will get everything better.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the answer. That's a great answer for players when you got to talk to the media and you don't really want to say anything.
Right.
But that's always the truth, and that's always the case, right? Execution is always going to be in the way of getting better, right? But like I always give you a little more than I probably should, just because that's who I am. I like being this is my couch. I like to talk to you like I'm on my couch right now, right? So I just kind of tell you everything. But like, definitely execution when it comes to what we want to do from a player standpoint. But like, there's always people that's involved. There's coaches that can help them. There's things that you've done well and repeating those things. There's things you did that you didn't do well that you can take out. There's always the learning curve. And the best form of example is just look at our history of football, right? And how the game goes. And like, who are those top teams right now and what they do over the last 3 years and what it looked like in that path, and finding ways to make that path mimic that so we can become those teams, right? And that's how I always look at it, right? When you talk about the Detroit Lions, 3 years ago, where were they at on defense, offense, special teams? And then how much better has it gotten to, like, they're arguably one of the best teams in NFL right now, like however you want to mark it, right? And just, it is what it is. That's what their record says. That's how they play. When you watch them play and you get a chance to sit down and watch them play yesterday, you look at that team and you see the toughness, you see the execution, you see all the buzzwords that we consistently talk about in football, and that's what you're trying to build to.
And Lamb said MAs, and I figured out that meant missed assignment.
Yeah, missed assignments are usually personal. You usually don't have a bunch of those, but whenever you have one, that person, whoever had it, is always going to lean heavy into it. If I had a bunch of them, I would tell you, because that would be coaching. That would be me, right? That would be on myself. But like usually when you have one or two, the players usually harp on those things because they don't make them. They become rarities in your program. So when they do pop up, they become such things where you're just like, that can't happen.
And I know this is a Wednesday question, but go and watch them tonight. Saw them the late Sunday night game too. The Chargers. What are some of the issues they present with Coach Harbaugh and how they're trying to play this?
Starts for Harbaugh, and it's always been that way. Whether it's been the 1AA school he was the head coach of, to Michigan, to coaching Josh Johnson, to coming to the National Football League at the Niners, it's always been a certain amount of toughness that they play with on offense, defense, and special teams. That will never change. Great time to have a bye week to get ready to play one of the tougher teams, one of the tougher coaches, and one of the people that's going to be absolutely prepared to go and play the right physical brand of football that he's always presented when he goes out there and plays and coaches.
You mentioned explosive play rate defensively, and I wonder, do you consider that sort of your North Star in preparation? The reason I say that is, you could blitz more than you're blitzing now.
Sure.
But that comes with potentially a cost. So I wonder, as you sit down Sunday night, Monday, and the first thing we got to do is not give up explosive plays. Is that where it starts?
It didn't start there. You kind of based on what your team is, who you're playing. You got to look at all those things first, right? It's just how, Bill Belichick said it the best. Like, what's our way of winning this football game? And it starts there. Whatever that is, that's what you got to be ready to go do.
Thanks, y'all.
Taking a picture of me? What do you want?
Get in the wishbone.
All right, y'all. So that was it. I hate to say it. Maybe he just didn't want to give the game plan or the scheme away before the bye, before everybody else, before they play the Chargers. Maybe just didn't want to give the keys away. But I didn't see I didn't hear, a whole lot of changes being made coming out of the bye week. So Shiesty, I agree with you. I think we need to blitz. This defense needs to be way more aggressive. Clearly sitting back and just playing coverage is not working. We don't have the pass rush. So quarterbacks are going to be able to pick us apart if we just simply sit back and play coverage. We need to press more. We need to be more physical. We need to switch up the game plans. We need to change up the coverages. Cover 2, cover 3, some cover 0. Switch them up. Keep the quarterback guessing. Just sitting back. Yeah, man, zone. Switch them up. Zone blitz, man blitz, all out blitz. We need to bring the house. We need to keep that quarterback guessing all game long. Just sitting in there and saying we're just going to sit back in this cover 3 shell, we're not going to let anything get over our heads, that's getting us picked apart, man. And we had to see after last game that it wasn't even that wasn't even working. Once we gave up the underneath stuff, then that led to the explosives. And teams have the tape on us. They know where the weaknesses are. They know where this defense is a liability. And we got to come out looking like a brand new team, brand new defense. Offensively, I agree with someone in the chat. I was in the Falcons chat earlier. Zach Robinson has to be able to scheme open wide receivers and man. Okay, it's clear that we can pick apart zone. Kirk Cousins can pick apart his zone, but in man, I think we're having the hardest time finishing drives, getting those wide receivers open, whether it's Mooney. I think London does a good job against his matchups, but a lot of the time he's doubled. And Coach Raheem Morris, I give him credit for this. He did say in self-scouting, he saw that we're really not running play action. We're running the ball really effectively, but we're not running play action. Mix in the play action. You got to, teams are going to be trying to load up and stop Bijan Robinson. Teams are going to load up and stop Tyler Algier. Mix in the play action. That's going to make it so much easier. It should anyway, in theory, make it so much easier on Kirk Cousins and getting those guys open behind those linebackers, getting those intermediate routes open, getting Kyle Pitts open. That should do wonders. Mix in the play action. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Exactly. It's hard to stop Bijan. So you need to allocate more resources. If you're a defensive coordinator, absolutely. Our first mission is to stop Bijan. That should be every team's scouting report against the Falcons. And we should be able to use that aggressiveness against them and work in more play action and get some more bigger explosive plays. Since been, reading the book on that and, seeing some of the flaws he had in his own schemes, and we can come out making some more explosive plays, some bigger plays, because we just can't line up and throw to Mooney, and we can't line up and throw to London and think that that's just good enough. We got to mix in more deception. I mean, there's so many more things that this offense can do. As you said, the Chargers are a good defense. They're a top 5 defense in this league right now. They're playing extremely well. I don't know how they're going to look tonight against Lamar Jackson. But either way, they've had a really good season as a defense. They're top 5. They are top. I think they're a top sack team. They're up near the top in sacks in this league. So it's going to be a tough game either way, regardless of what happens tonight against the Ravens. And it's going to be a really, really physical game versus the Chargers anytime you play them, because that is the Jim Harbaugh brand of football. Physical on both lines of scrimmage. The O-line is going to beat you up, and the D-line is going to beat you up. And you better bring your hard hat, and you better go to sleep early the night before, knowing that you're playing the Jim Harbaugh team. That's just what it is. They're going to beat you up. They're going to run the ball like crazy, and they're going to take some explosive shots on you, but they are going to try to beat you up. So, yeah, I agree, man. Hard to stop Bijan. Let Algier get 10 or more carries. Absolutely. Chargers have a good defense. Falcons need to do. You know what? We can watch that game, but we don't have the personnel that a Ravens team has. They got the best mobile quarterback in the game, so they're going to have matchups that the Falcons just simply won't have, simply because they have a running quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to put a spy out there most likely to keep Lamar in check, keep him from running around. But then you got that extra runner offensively where, you have one more person than the average team as a running threat. So, they just offer a whole different set of matchup and mismatches that another team wouldn't have. And they take advantage of those. Their offensive coordinator really takes advantage of those. And they have Derrick Henry, man. Derrick Henry, he leads the league he was leading the league in rushing before Saquon Barkley's huge night last night. So can Derrick Henry respond with his own huge night and retake the league lead? I don't know, because the Chargers defense is a really good defense. Ooh, 3 keys of victory versus Chargers. That's huge. I'm going to say, first of all, the defense has to get off the field on third down. Defense has to get off the field on third down. If we don't do that, you can forget it. It's going to be lights out. They're just going to run the ball all over us. They're going to dominate the time of possession. The defense has to find a way to get off the field on third down. Hold them under 50% third down conversions. That's got to be number one for us to win that game. Number 2, I'm going to say we got to establish the run, man. Establish the run. We got to be able to establish the run against a defense that wants to tee off on Kirk Cousins. Because if we get into a one-dimensional game where Kirk Cousins has to drop back 40, 50 times against the Chargers, it's not going to be good, man. He's going to get battered and bruised. So Bijan and Algier, they have to combine for, I want to say, at least 120 yards rushing. Third downs, get off the field on defense. Got to run the ball efficiently with Bijan and Algier. Over 120 yards rushing between the two of them. And then got to win the turnover battle. Have to win the turnover battle. Cannot turn the ball over against a good defense. Cannot give Justin Herbert extra opportunities. Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins, those guys, they're too good of a team to give them extra opportunities. So win the turnover battle. We got to rush the ball efficiently for over 120 yards. And then the defense has to get off the field on third downs. All right. And we can win that game. Those are my keys to victory, man. That's the only way we beat this Chargers team. It's a good team. I would say penalties and all that, but you know what? Penalties are going to happen in every game. You control what you can control. Let's get off the field on third down. Let's run that ball efficiently. Because if we do that, that's going to set up our play action in those big plays. So, all that will come. But you got to start it off with that run, man. That run has to be popping. Bijan need to be popping on Sunday. And can't turn the ball over. If we do, our defense has to respond. It has to get turnovers himself. Jesse Bates with the punch. It would be nice to see you, AJ Terrell. That shiny new contract. It would be nice to see you get an interception out there. It'd be nice to see you shut down somebody. You're supposed to be the shutdown corner. Well, shut down somebody then. I would like to see us play more man-to-man. Stop sitting back in the zones. Play some more man-to-man. We got a guy who's supposed to be a shutdown corner. Make him earn his money. Let him shut somebody down then. Don't have him sitting back in the zone. Man to man. And let's just be more aggressive. I think in that Denver game, this team was not aggressive. They went out there, they were sitting back on their heels, and they got punched in the mouth. We got punched in the mouth. We have to beat them. Bucks are right behind us. Absolutely. And that's my thing. That's exactly my point. AJ Terrell, everybody's saying he's a shutdown corner and all this type of stuff. He better get it together, man. He better get it together. I said on my stream last week, I think AJ Terrell is better suited to be a number 2 corner. I don't think he's that alpha dog, that top shutdown corner like that Dion or Revis or Jalen Ramsey used to be in his prime. or Sauce Gardner. I don't see him being that guy. I think he's a solid number 2. I think he would be a great number 2 on this Falcons team. I still think we need a number 1 corner. That's how I believe. That's what I believe. We need a number 1 corner. We cannot make AJ Terrell into a number 1 because we believe in him. His play has shown us he gets beat and he gets burnt at least once. Hopefully, you just hope it's only once a game, but he gets beat at least once a game. So that's not the characteristics of a shutdown corner. That's just not. What's good, Lettuce? What's up? What's up? What's happening? And you got that right, man. Against Denver was atrocious. I wouldn't even use the word terrible. We were worse than that, man. We were atrocious. It was good. Let's hope the defense straightens up over it, man. That's what I tuned in to hear Coach Heem talk about. And you know what? I didn't really come away with anything that made me think we ain't gonna just come out there and do the same thing. But maybe he's just holding his cards close to his chest and he don't want to let the Chargers know he's coming out with a new scheme. So I'm gonna give him credit. Let's just wait till Sunday and see what we roll out. Maybe he just didn't want to get a game plan away, and I respect that. But you got to tell me if you were self-scouting all week long last week without a game that you had to see that this defense is trash. You had to see it on tape. 38-6, you had to see defense is trash. Jimmy Lake, defense is trash. You had to see it. It's all over the tape. All over the tape is jumping out. Ain't no, we need to clean this up and penalties. No, it had nothing to do with the penalties. No. Defense was hot garbage. Okay. Last 6 games, man. It's the final push. We got to get it together. Yes, sir. We have to get it together. Real quick, if you're in here and you are not subscribed to this channel, let me tell you, man, 500 subscriber giveaway. Free NFL jersey of your choice. All you got to do is be subscribed to this channel and have that notification bell hit so you can win a free NFL jersey. You have an opportunity, man. 1 subscriber will win. Soon as I reach 490 subscribers, I'm going to set up that stream for you. I'm going to notify you. And we're going to hop in here when we get those last 10 subs. We are going to do that giveaway. It's going to be random. And one subscriber will be blessed that day. I will pay shipping. I will pay handling. And I will pay up to $200 for your NFL jersey of your choice, y'all. So you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. I'm hoping it'll happen by this weekend. We're going to be streaming every day this week. We're off work all week long. Shout out to the children. All the children at my elementary school. Your boy is happy to have a week off. See y'all next Monday. So yeah. We need to go after Chandler Jones or Justin Houston. I feel like we always go after the older guys, man. I thought we should have. What's happening, Millie Mills? Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. Go to the playoffs. Yeah, we in the driver's seat. We are in the driver's seat. I don't care how we've looked the last few weeks. We are still in the driver's seat. We did our work early. We had a 6-3 record. Yes, we dropped the last 2, but as long as we take care of our business, we in there, man. We just got to take care of our business. So let's just, yeah. And the defense is a huge part of that, man, because the defense has not been playing up to par. Justin Simmons, I've been seeing him a step late. You see Jesse Bates running around making plays all the time. Justin Simmons, you've been a step late a few times. Pass rush, like I said, just non-existent. Matthew Judon, whether he's getting doubled or sometimes he's like a step late getting to the quarterback, but then other times the quarterback just has all day to throw back there. Thanks for coming through, man. Millie Mills. I appreciate you, Millie Mills, man. We trying to get to 500 subscribers so we can do this giveaway. I want to do it by Saturday, man. So the day after Black Friday, let's do a Black Saturday stream, okay? Black Saturday. Let us pray. Falcons therapy giveaway. Let's go. Did I rhyme enough for you, Millie Mills? Black Saturday giveaway. Black Saturday giveaway. Let's go. Let us pray. Yeah. AJ gave up 10 TDs. Yeah. You literally popped up my YouTube and gave you the sub. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Appreciate you, YouTube. I appreciate the algorithm. It's working in my favor. I appreciate that. AJ, can you open up the panel? Come on, man. That's why you're here. That is my slogan, man. Where Falcon fans come and talk about Falcony like things, but where everybody is welcome. All right. We need that therapy. We need to get some things off our chest. We know all the things Falcon fan been through over the years. Can I open up the panel? What you keep saying? Can I open up the panel? What do you mean by open up the panel? You want to come on and talk? Is that what you mean? Like you want me to like you want to invite to come on? I need to send some. I want to send some. I'm gonna have to send some type of invite though, right? I have to send some type of invite. Let me see. Got one more time. Guest constraint our destination. May also want to share instructions for our guests. Yeah, I can let you talk. Oh, yeah, come on. I'm only gonna be in for probably about another 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna get up off of here. But let me do this. If anybody wants to come in, copy. Let me copy and paste. If anybody wants to come on, there you go. Yeah, anybody wants to come on, come through, man. You can come through, say what you want to say. I'm gonna give everybody. You can get a good. I'm gonna give everybody a good 2 minutes, in case more than one person wants to talk. So if you want to come on, say something, go ahead, accept that invite, and I'll wait for you to come on. You get 2 minutes to get whatever you want off your chest, man. This is your therapy session. Get it off your chest. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Get your therapy, man. Come get your therapy. Sometimes you got to talk it out. You got to release that thing. Whatever's inside of you that you've been holding on to, the Falcons, how they hurt you. It ain't even got to be about this year. It could be about some past Falcon letdowns. You know we had some letdowns, man. If you just want to get it off your chest, get your therapy. No, this is your couch session. You know, lay back on the couch. And you be like, oh, man, you just don't even know the trauma I've been through as a Falcon fan, man. Like, as a child, oh, man, they had my hopes up in the Super Bowl. The night before the Super Bowl, Ray Buchanan. You might want to get it out, man. So if you need to get it out, go ahead, man. I respect it. I'm gonna try to give everybody an opportunity to come talk if you want to. So I believe I've opened it up, and you should have the link there in the chat. If you want to come on and talk, I'll give you 2 minutes, Falcon fans. If you want to come on and talk, you get 2 minutes. It is 10:55 a.m. on the West Coast. So I'm going to be on until 11:15. That gives 20 minutes. That could be up to 10 speakers for 2. That could be up to 10 speakers for 2. I left the link in the chat. If you want to come on and talk about the Atlanta Falcons, whatever you want to talk about, 2 minutes. Here's your time. All I ask is that you speak respectfully. I mean, me personally, I don't do any, cursing or anything like that. If to convey your point, you want to curse or swear, okay. To convey your point, but we're not just gonna swear just to be swearing and cursing. All right. Please articulate your arguments, your therapy session, but it is your therapy, so I'm not gonna look down on you if you curse or anything like that. I'm not gonna judge you, because it's your therapy for y'all. And once again, 500 subscriber jersey giveaway, y'all. If you want a chance to win a free NFL jersey, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be in here when I select. Okay, I see somebody. Here we go. We ready? Shiesty. All right, we got our first speaker. Y'all. If y'all want to be a speaker, hit the link. Hit the link in the chat box.
Type.
Hello.
What's up?
What's happening? We got Soul Shiesty in the building.
Here we
Go ahead. Yo, 2 minutes and go.
My thoughts are, let's see. We need to go out there and win on Sunday. The Buccaneers are right behind us. And
Yes,
also, where's Grady Jarrett been this whole time? Grady Jarrett's working his butt off, pushing his butt off, but Judon should not be getting double teamed every play. Yeah.
I am no, go ahead. Keep going.
The O-line needs to block Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins should not be getting sacked every play. Against Denver, that was a lost game. They didn't come out there the right way. Justin Simmons just coming to Denver. He should have told the defense what to do, but he sat back there and did not say a word. And this week versus Chargers, gonna be tough.
I agree. I think this is gonna be a really tough game. You still got a minute, 15 seconds.
Unless anything changes, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like the same old Falcons. We need better blitzing. I need something to change on defense. They need to go back to the other linebackers. Caden Ellis and Nate Landman were good tacklers. I think it's not time. I think next year is time for Troy Anderson to get his chances since he's new. So I think the pass rush is better when they put Caden Ellis and Nate Landman in. That helped us win games. And also, we need to sign a player off someone's practice squad, like a cornerback, or go get Xavier Howard or something like that. Because this secondary is getting burnt like toast.
Hey, you telling the truth, brother? You're telling the truth. You got 20 more seconds.
All right. And I know Jim Harbaugh, because I watched the Michigan games. He is a cheat code. He fixes your team, fixes the team to his liking. And we need to go out there on defense and read his plays and figure out how his plays work. And watch the film for tonight, Ravens versus Chargers. Go watch the film and see how they play. We probably can steal some of their keys keys to beating us.
All right. That's it. That's all we got
Yep.
time for. Thank you for coming through, brother.
Yep.
All right. All right, man. Soul Shiesty, thank you for coming through. He made some really good points. He said, man, Grady Jarrett. You know what? I'm gonna give Grady Jarrett a little bit of a pass. He's over 30 years old. He's coming off a major injury. I just think Grady's just old, man. He's just old. His body's old. He's had some flashes here and there, but I mean, you're right. He's held down this defense for years. And just at this time, it is just not even. I don't think it's even fair for us to ask Grady Jarrett to bear the burden of this defense after so many years of being the rock of this defense. He's been the stabilizing force of this defense for several years. And yeah, I mean, his production has fallen off. Made a good point about what we need to do possibly in the offseason, addressing, getting another corner, another top corner to pair with AJ Terrell. I agree with you. Also made another good point about how we need to scout, this Chargers team, and need to take them seriously. I picked this Chargers game before the season even started. I said this game will be a loss. I said that Jim Harbaugh is going to have his team clicking on all cylinders by week 12 or week 13. Actually, it'll be when we play them. And I thought this game would be a loss. But we need to win it. So we'll see what happens. But I did predict this as a loss on our schedule. So I hope that I'm proven wrong. But thanks for coming through, Soul Shiesty. Anybody else want to join in? Anybody want to join the stage? He made some really good points. Thanks for coming. And like I said, I'm off all week, so I'll be here every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thanksgiving is Thursday, but I'll probably be here for a little bit Thursday. There'll be several games on, so we could talk about the games. I'll definitely be here Friday and possibly Saturday. Hopefully we can get that stream going on Saturday for this this giveaway, man. But yeah, anybody else want to come on? The link is in the chat. All you have to do is hit that link and I will add you to the stage. I got about 12 more minutes of stream time left for today. You know what? Lions have really been good. Lions have been excellent, man. Their team has looks solid, man. It honestly looks like their team has really no weaknesses. The only weakness I would say they have is that they lost Aiden Hutchinson. They lost Aiden Hutchinson, who was the best pass rusher. They did get Zadarius Smith. However, lately they haven't played any close games. Most of their games have been blowouts. So I would wonder, come playoff time, how, not to say that this team isn't battle tested, because I know they went to the playoffs last year. They lost a close game against the 49ers in which they had a lead, but they ended up losing that game. Questionable decisions by Dan Campbell, going for it on fourth down instead of taking your points. I do think that's a bit of an issue for the Lions, being so aggressive on fourth downs time after time after time. Against some of the better teams, you need to take your points. 3 points count, man. Field goals count. The 3 points count. So I would like to see Dan Campbell be a little bit smarter and take his freaking points, especially in the games that are playoff games. It's a win or go home, man. This isn't regular season. Win or go home. Sometimes you got to take your 3. So that to me, that's the Lions synopsis, right? Do they have a coach that is can be outcoached by the opposing team? And will they have the pass rush in the playoffs without Aiden Hutchinson? They say if they make the Super Bowl, it's possible that he could rejoin the team. There's no question about whether they're going to the playoffs. They're definitely going to the playoffs, but I think they have a really good shot at making the Super Bowl. Honestly, right now, I think the Eagles are the only team standing in their way. The Eagles are 9-2. The Vikings are 9-2. Vikings are in their division. They're only one game behind them, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, if you want to come on and give a 2-minute talk about the Atlanta Falcons, you want to get some therapy, get something off your chest, feel free, y'all. Go ahead and just copy and paste that, and I'll add you to the stage. We have 6 more minutes, so we got time for three more talks. If you want to come on, if you want to come to the stage, we got time for 3 more people. Niners got blown out, absolutely. Niners got dominated by the Packers, as they should have. The Packs bent them over and gave them a good spanking. Treated them like your mama used to. Get that switch. She used to get that switch off the tree. And yeah. That's how my mom. Well, she did that. Yeah, she did that. She used to get that switch for me. That was just a beat down. That was just a backyard beat down. The Bears had a chance. Bears actually had a chance to win that game. Bears go to overtime against the Vikings, I believe it was. And, but they just don't know how to win right now. They got a young quarterback who's, starting to figure it out a little bit. It's kind of all over the place, though. And the thing I worry about with Caleb Williams is he seems to make the spectacular plays, but some of the routine plays he misses. Some of the routine throws just aren't accurate for him. But then when it's time to make a spectacular play, he can make that play. But I just think he needs to work more in the fundamentals, the repetitions, doing the mundane things of quarterback, not necessarily like the rollout and throw across his body and 360 twirl and evading a sack. Like, he does all that well, but when it comes to just making routine throws, sometimes he misses those. So yeah. Time for two more callers. If you want to join the stage, got 4 minutes. Got time for 2 more callers. Well, actually, I got time for 3. I got 6 minutes. 6 minutes. All right, now we got 5 minutes. If anybody wants to join and talk about the Atlanta Falcons, get some Falcons therapy. Maybe you don't even want to talk about the Falcons. Maybe you just want to talk about some of the games. Falcons have a 45% chance to make the playoffs. Yeah. That percentage has went down significantly in the past 2 weeks. Yeah. Said Judon and Simmons are bum. Millie Mills. Oh, man. That's okay. So I just want to say this. I was so excited when we got Matthew Judon. But he is looking kind of old out there, bro. He is looking old. But the thing is, he can't rush the passer all by himself either, man. He can't do it. How do you rush the passer all by yourself? Like, he needs some help on the other side. And he just doesn't have that. Ebiketie is just, he gets stonewalled as soon as he gets off the ball. The left tackle just has him hemmed up like Debo. Like, you ain't going nowhere, boy. Like, so he's not getting any help, man. He often gets around the right tackle, but then the quarterback just easily evades him and steps up in the pocket and does whatever they want to do. So it's almost worth it for him not to even try to dip around the right tackle because he just creates an open lane unless he, dips around and then he circles back. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he has that type of energy anymore to do all that maneuvering and all that every time they drop back. It's just a lot to ask from a guy who's over 30 years old. He needs some help. He needs some help out there. Season's not over, but I'm interested to see what we're going to do in next year's draft because we went pretty heavy on defense in this year's draft, and I think we need to go heavy on defense again. And I could see them honestly prioritizing another offensive lineman too. We definitely need some bigger, stronger, nastier linemen, and we need some bigger, stronger, nastier, edge presence and D tackles and cornerback. So yeah, I just think we still need a lot of help, even though was a clear area that we got prioritized last year. We got time for one more talker. If someone else wants to join and give me their thoughts on the Falcons. We had Soul Shiesty come through. Anybody else want to talk? We watched Coach Heem Morris's press conference. He really didn't talk about much. I mean, obviously he said, things that they self-scouted, things that they saw. Really the only schematic difference that he talked about possibly is adding in more play action offensively. They noticed that they weren't running play action really at all. And that's a huge flaw because this team runs the ball way too well to not take advantage of the play action. So said to look for more play action going forward. So I think that's a good thing. Other than that, I don't think he really wanted to give away specifics, which I totally understand. We've got 2 minutes, time for one more talker. Anybody else want to talk? I will add you to the stage. If you don't believe me, ask Soul Shiesty. He just did a 2-minute, a very eloquent and informational 2 minutes. I appreciate you coming through. Shows Sold Shiesty and sharing with us. And we'll be back tomorrow. So if you want to share again tomorrow, you got some more thoughts, we'll be back tomorrow. You can share again. It's all good. So whoever wants to talk. Maybe you don't want to talk right now. Maybe you're a little shy. Maybe you're like, oh man, like I do, but I don't want to be embarrassed. And get your thoughts together, write them down, get you some notes. And then tomorrow, our brother will be back tomorrow. And then you can have your thoughts together and you can join. And you can just, you can read off your notes or you can practice. You can practice all night long and practice all evening. And, if you feel comfortable, you can call in, you can dial in, and I'll add you on. And you can have your 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You can have your 2 minutes. And, it's your therapy. Falcons therapy, okay? Come and talk about Falcon-y things, all right? Maybe it's not this season. Maybe it's about what happened a couple seasons ago. Maybe it's about Super Bowl. Maybe it's about, I don't know, Dan Quinn. Who you want to talk about? Old Mike Smith. You want to talk about Matt Ryan. You want to talk about Mike Vick. I don't care what you want to talk about. Just, you can talk about anything, man. Something that you've been holding on to. All right? You haven't been able to talk to anybody about it. But now you got a support group. You got the Falcons Therapy Support Group. You can talk about it here, y'all. All right? So I'm going to get up off of here real quick. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. You get a chance to win a NFL jersey. You see that going across the bottom. 500 subscriber jersey giveaway is coming soon, y'all. All you got to do is be a subscriber. And then you want to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when that stream is going to be happening. It's going to be a live stream, y'all. any subscriber to my channel can be in here at that time. The pay handling, I'm going to cover all that for one subscriber. You can jersey of your choice. Don't even have to be a Falcons jersey. It could be a jersey of your choice up to $200. Your boy's going to cover it just to say thank you for your support. So I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. I hope you're having a blessed and a prosperous rest of your Monday. Much love to you, Soul Shiesty. Thank you for coming through. I know we had a couple other folks. Millie Mills came through. Thank you, Millie Mills. GA, Texas boy, came through. And a couple others. Thank y'all so much for the support and for joining us today on the second episode today of Falcons Therapy. All right, y'all. Peace. And I'm out. Much love. Let's beat the